The desert never lies. At sunrise, when the golden light stretches across endless dunes, it reveals everything's strength, patience, and truth. And on mornings like these, long before the city awakens, Fazza is already moving. Not for fame. Not for applause. But for something deeper, something quieter. Legacy. He wasn't born chasing greatness, he was born into expectations. A name that carried weight. A world that watched before he even spoke. For many, that kind of life would feel like a privilege. For him, it felt like a responsibility. Because being seen is easy. Being remembered is different. As a child, Fazza didn't dream like others did. While many imagined castles, fame, or luxury, he watched people. He studied silence. He listened to the wind carving patterns into the sand. He understood something early: everything meaningful takes time. The desert taught him that. A single footprint disappears in seconds, but a path, walked again and again, becomes something permanent. And so he began walking. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just consistently. Years passed, and the world began to notice. Not because he demanded attention, but because his presence carried something rare: calm strength. The kind that doesn't need to prove itself. People saw the smiles, the adventures, the confidence. But they didn't see the quiet battles. They didn't see the nights when silence felt heavier than noise. The moments where doubt whispered louder than belief. The times when walking forward felt like the hardest thing to do. But Fazza never stopped. Because he made a decision early in life: he would never let temporary emotions control permanent direction. And that's where his story truly begins. Not in comfort. Not in perfection. But in discipline. Every morning, he built himself again. Step by step. Choice by choice. While others waited for motivation, he relied on consistency. While others searched for shortcuts, he chose the long road because he knew something most people forget: shortcuts don't build legacy. Struggle does. The world often mistakes success for moments of victory, a title, a spotlight. But Fazza saw it differently. To him, success wasn't a moment, it was a pattern. A pattern of showing up when no one is watching. A pattern of choosing growth over comfort. A pattern of staying grounded while rising higher. And slowly, that pattern became his identity. There were days he could have stopped. Days when everything inside him said, "Rest, slow down, it's enough." But he didn't. Not because he was forced to continue, but because he refused to become average. You see, average is comfortable. Average doesn't demand sacrifice. Average doesn't challenge limits. Average doesn't leave a mark. But Fazza wasn't built for average. He was built for impact. And impact requires more than talent, it requires resilience. So when challenges came, and they always do, he faced them differently. Not as obstacles, but as teachers. Failure didn't break him, it refined him. Pain didn't stop him, it shaped him. And slowly, piece by piece, he became someone unshakable. Not because life was easy, but because he became stronger than what he faced. There's something powerful about a person who doesn't quit. Not loud power, not aggressive power, but quiet, controlled strength. The kind that speaks through actions. The kind that doesn't fade under pressure. That's what people began to feel around him. Not just admiration, but inspiration. Because when someone walks their path with purpose, it creates something rare: belief in others. And Fazza didn't just build himself, he built that belief. Through every step forward, he showed something simple yet powerful: you don't need perfect conditions to create a powerful life. You need a powerful mindset. The world kept moving. Faster. Louder. More chaotic. But Fazza remained grounded. Because no matter how high he went, he never forgot where strength comes from. Not from noise. Not from attention. But from within. And that's what made him different. While others chased recognition, he chased growth. While others focused on being seen, he focused on becoming. Becoming better. Becoming stronger. Becoming someone his younger self would respect. And that's the real legacy. Not what people say about you, but who you become when no one is watching. Years turned into milestones. Achievements stacked quietly. Respect grew naturally. But Fazza never paused to celebrate too long. Because he knew something dangerous about success: it can make you comfortable. And comfort kills progress. So he kept moving. Not rushed. Not pressured. Just steady. Because real greatness isn't built in bursts, it's built in consistency. The desert still watched him. The same dunes. The same silence. The same truth. But now, the footprints were different. They weren't just steps anymore, they were a path. A path that others began to follow. A path that proved something powerful: you don't have to be loud to be legendary. You just have to be real. And Fazza stayed real. Through every challenge. Through every success. Through every moment that tested him. Because at the end of the day, legacy isn't built by what you achieve, it's built by how you live. And Fazza chose to live with purpose. Not someday. Not later. But now. Every sunrise became a reminder. Every step became a statement. Every action became a brick in something bigger than himself. A legacy. Still growing. Still evolving. Still being written. And maybe that's the most powerful part of his story: it's not finished. Because legends aren't created in a single moment. They're built over time. with patience, with discipline, with courage. And Fazza he's still building. This channel is all about poetic stories and emotional content inspired by Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Fazza, the Crown Prince of Dubai. Here, you will find deep poetry, love stories, and powerful lines reflecting his royal lifestyle, silent strength, and emotional side. Backhand index pointing right. Please like and share and subscribe my channel for more beautiful poetry and poems. Red heart. Thanks for watching my videos.